Weekly Review. Summary. It was a very busy week. The Fed raised the interest rate by 0.25% on February 1, 2023. The stock market took it as a dovish sign. High-tech stocks rallied. Takeaways from January 2023's job report on February 3, 2023. From CNBC. The January jobs report showed non-farm payrolls increased by 517,000, far higher than the 187,000 market estimate. The unemployment rate fell to 3.4% versus the estimate for 3.6%. That is the lowest jobless level since May 1969. From New York CNN. The Fed can keep hiking rates. What's good news for workers isn't always great news for Wall Street. Stocks fell Friday morning as the jobs report took investors by surprise and suggested that high interest rates, which sap corporate profits, aren't going away anytime soon. Personal feelings. The 10-year bond yield spikes more than 12 base points after the much hotter job report. I expect at least 2x or 3x more 0.25% rate increases by the FOMC. High-tech stocks had a good month after the earning reports. It's time for a wake-up call. Hot money should flow back to defensive value stocks in the coming months. O had ex-div this week. O's monthly ex-dividend dates is on January 31, 2023. Future ex-div candidates. KR's quarterly ex-div date is on February 14, 2023 for 26 cents. SO's quarterly ex-div date is on February 17, 2023 for 68 cents. Nearest option expiration date. February 3, 2023. Game plans for these candidates. Stock symbol, ABT. Plan. Waiting it to bounce higher before selling $112 or $113 calls. Current positions. This week $112 call expires worthless. I collected about $40 for my 100 shares. Conclusion. I am willing to sell ABT to free up my cash for other dividend stocks. If I fail, I am glad to collect more premiums. Stock symbol, HRL. While HRL bounced over $45, I sold OTM calls. Current positions. Conclusion. I am willing to sell HRL to free up my cash for other dividend stocks. If I fail, I am glad to collect more premiums. Stock symbol, PG. It did rebound a bit this week. I rushed to sell a $144 call, $145 calls, and $146 calls. Plan. Continue to sell OTM $145 or $146 calls. Current positions. Related transactions. Conclusion. See CLX's comments. Stock symbol, CLX. CLX has 36 years of consecutive dividend increases. The trend is bullish. CLX reported an excellent earning report on February 2, 2023. The share price rocketed almost 10% on the OE day. Previous positions. February 3, 2023's options are expensive due to the upcoming earning report. When Jan 27's $142 and $143 calls almost became zero, I sold the following calls for the next week. The $138, $139, and $140 calls offer deep protection while allowing about 1% upside. Post-earning February 2. Much to everyone's surprise, it reported excellent results. CLX rocketed about 8% to over $154 on the weekly OE day. That's over 9% gain. I rolled the deep IDM call positions to $150 calls to generate extra income a share. Conclusion. CLX's earning report was a big surprise to everyone on the plus side. It became the best performing stock on 02-03. Everyone priced in a lackluster report from CLX because the peers with high P/E, over 25, have reported lousy ER reports. Peers like PG, KMB, Kimberly-Clark, CL, Colgate-Palmolive, UL, Unilever, saw at least 3% haircut after their respective reports. CLX's report beat the expectation by almost 50%. Then its price rockets up by 9% just like Meta, TSLA did. One thing in the report caught my eyes is, CLX was able to raise the price and pass along the inflation to the customer. I totally agree price hikes would bring in higher revenues. Why the peers failed in doing so. Now I am in a dilemma. If I let the shares go, I will only make 1% 2% this week. I decide to roll up the covered calls for a few more weeks while it's on the uptrend now. After the price pops, the P/E is over 45, much higher than growth stocks like Apple, Google, Meta, and MSFT. I need to unwind this value stock on every jump. I expect 400 of my CLX to be assigned at $150/share. By rolling them up to $150 call, I made extra $1.395 a share for these shares. Looking forward. Due to a strong earning report, CLX will be strong for weeks. It's ideal to collect more option premiums to help our annual income. I also need to slowly exit on every price jump. Stock symbol, O. Years of dividend increase, 29 years. Next amount, $0.2485. Next pay date, February 15, 2023. Dividend frequency, monthly. Average days for recovery, 4.6 days. Current positions. Conclusion. OS was over $67.50 before the ex-dividend date. I feel it's overbought due to the recent 10-year bond rate drop. It's hard for me to buy more and sell Feb. 2023's $65 call. My ROI is only 0.25/65, under 0.5% for over 2 weeks. I decided to pass it. Stock symbol, PG. I am willing to sell some positions near the cost to free up my cash for other dividend stocks. If I fail, I am glad to collect more premiums. Stock symbol, PFE. Current positions. Related transactions. Conclusion. I am willing to sell positions to free up my cash for other dividend stocks. If I fail, I am glad to collect more premiums.